You're not gonna censor. No, you can't censor me. I'm not. You can't censor me. This is you. You're worried about that. You should be worried about real life.
Your phone on silent. Put them in the back.
I know, right?
You're good. Menda Renee. Oh, then you got it. Oh, so you'll be good. That way. That one.
I can see myself on both. What?
All right. You see how good you are? You don't need it. I'm gonna bring my other laptop. Y'all, you go live with us.
One of them days, man. One of them days.
Tastes like what you drink in the club.
It don't look like it tastes.
It don't look
Because I'm doing like, my lungs, my tongue, my throat.
like lava. What's that? I'm like, I hear something.
That was you, yeah.
Man, you're so far away, I can't touch you. So they really have something to talk about.
Good evening, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I am Menda Renee.
Your boy Etienne.
Wanda Li.
And this is Ratchet Tea. So as you can see, we have a little new setup.
Girl, we changed the angle like, right? Is that what we did?
Give us a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah. Now you can slap me for real.
We decided to put Etienne in the middle, so.
But now I can't be touched.
You can, girl. Go ahead.
Oh, where's the eggplant?
We cooked it.
Good?
Yeah, I gave it to my kid because I didn't want to eat that.
What do you make with that?
Eggplant, like pasta, legume. Like you cook it down for like an hour and it becomes like mush. And then you can add spinach and like coyote, carrots, and some flavors. Now you got that green mush. You put on white rice and some beets.
Okay. So we just want to wait like a minute so you guys can share and tell everybody that we are here on Facebook. We are live. And we want to get this thing popping.
Popping like the
Manny's on. Manny said, "What's good?
What's good, Manny? Many men."
We sound low. Are we low today?
Instagram.
Are we low?
Oh, hey, we gotta say hello to Instagram.
Oh, hi Instagram and everyone on Instagram. Hey, Derek Lowe.
Shout out to my Jamaicans. They be doing. Clearly, this wasn't a gun.
Really?
What was it?
You know what this means?
What?
This is peace. This is what the real sign of peace is.
Oh, okay.
Is he telling the truth? The real Jamaicans get in them comments and let us know.
Yeah, but it's peace, and this really means what we.
So what does this really mean?
It's you know what that means, girl. Okay. You know what that means. It means the same thing. That's what it means.
Like, whoa, so aggressive tonight. What is going on? What are you drinking, guys?
Go ahead. What would you drink?
I don't know. You made it for me.
Okay, so we call this the pick me upper, the Ratchet Tea pick me upper. It's basically guava fruit and bourbon. And you?
Okay, I'm just sipping on rum punch. So I I don't know about all that bourbon and stuff, but I will say Ratchet Tea is on. So you know what we do at 8:00 on Wednesdays is we pour, and sip, and jump into these comments because you know we love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yes.
So tonight we're going to be talking about interracial relationships. Can they survive during this time?
Absolutely not.
Racial divide.
Right now, probably not.
Okay, well, we're not going to get into that right now. So how was your day? Tell me. Come on.
I had a long day. Stressful day.
What happened? Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us.
Want to talk to us?
Somebody had fuckboy tendencies today and had an issue about what the damn eggplant comments was.
Why are you worried about the eggplant comments?
It's only food.
Right.
Oh my
you should
God.
be worried about a real life eggplant in the bed instead of an eggplant that we're playing with here. Like,
right.
Oh, dude.
Now, we are entertainers. We bring the truth before the people.
So we will say.
So I have a sore throat because I was yelling.
So we're going to tell. We're going to tell the F boy to grow up.
Well, and another way, it's like we all out here, grown folks. You know, we play around, but there's a limit. You know, we won't cross these boundaries. You know, because you're married, I'm married,
and I'm single.
Ooh. Well, there you go. See, this is what happens when you have
fuckboy tendencies.
That's what happens. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So
don't forget to tell everybody to like, share, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube.
And we do have a show on that previous show on this topic right here, the F4 tendencies.
We do have a previous
show? About like cheating and stuff like that.
Oh, we have but that's not F boy tendencies.
Hey, we do some
that's a whole
some
nother
dimes in there. We do some nuggets in there.
No, trust you
got them
we
traits.
Can have a whole 3 hours on F boy tendencies.
That would be a
fact.
Yeah, the Proud Boys.
You said the Proud Boys. No, F boy tendencies. That's what we're talking about.
Proud Boys.
Facts. So we're gonna do a little segment at this time, and it's called Up to Date in 8. Here's your update of your trending topics for the week so far.
Yeah.
All right. So Up to Date in 8. Here we go. All right. Okay. Well,
that's the Uber? Is that
can't be up to date in 8. 1 second.
In the meantime, commercial break. Wanda, you gotta join me, girl.
And
was that your phone? Did you not turn your phone off?
You know who phone that is? That's the iPhone 12. I still got the 7.
Okay, well, we're back to Up to Date in 8. Okay, so here's your trending topic.
You got a 7 for real?
Yeah, it died. I just got an update the other day. I don't know what.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
They stopped it on purpose.
Okay, Up to Date in 8. We ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're talking 8:16. We're gonna be done. Politics. House impeaches Trump for a second time. There was 10 Republicans that joined all the Democrats. What I think about that?
Damn, that's twice.
The
only reason why they didn't get him the first time because I think something happened, and then there's this dude under the rug, and it's like I let it slide.
Well, what happened was all the Republicans blocked it, and they said, "Oh, there was no evidence of collusion," but there was clearly evidence.
It came out later that it was too late. He's already running doing his thing.
But I mean, I'm all good. It's all good for them impeachment, but get him out of here. If he doesn't get found guilty, he can run again. So
right. So let's find him guilty.
Oh, he does. They need to do. He got.
He's guilty, but let them find him guilty. If they don't find him guilty, he'll be able to run again.
Man, it might be another OJ trial, man. We knew he was guilty, but he got off. Right?
I don't know about OJ.
I was like,
he's free. That's all I can say.
The glove ain't fit.
If the glove don't fit, they acquit. Okay. In entertainment news, Jessica Campbell, who is the star of Election, died at 38. Her death is undetected. I don't know if you guys know who she is.
Who's that?
This is for my Caucasian crowd.
Okay.
I just kind of threw something in there.
That?
Okay. I don't know who she is, but evidently she died today. So that was in entertainment. She must be.
Did she?
I never seen the show Election. So if you've seen the show Election,
hit the comments. Show called Election?
I guess so.
So no causes, just they don't know yet.
They don't know yet.
But do we know her history? Did she do a post of some sort?
I have no idea.
Because the
we
government.
Just said we don't know who she is.
I
ain't never heard of Shorty.
I just put her in for.
You know who?
No, but you know how the government, if you do a post about certain things and then later on, she died of a headache.
That could possibly be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go see what she did prior to that death.
This was for all my
Maybe she was playing with eggplants.
Oh my goodness!
I just threw that in today
It's
for all
good for
my
you.
Caucasian friends because I don't
know.
I don't watch the show. I only watch Ratchet show.
Is that on Netflix?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know who she
I've
is.
never even heard of this show.
Elections.
So if you ever seen the show Elections, hit us in the comments.
Please let us know.
Okay, but just know that we're on Facebook and we can only see the comments on Facebook because it's too far over there on
unless you got the
Instagram. Somebody
Instagram.
says something.
So I don't know if you're saying something. I can't read it because it's too far. Sorry, Instagrammers. Okay, so in pet news, for all you pet lovers, Midwestern Pet Foods has recalled. Their recall has expanded after more than 70 dog dies. Their pet, they have dog food made with products
mold.
Yeah, and they call aflatoxins.
Other words, poison, bro.
Yeah, it's like mold in the dog food. So if you have this dog food that expires on or before July 9th, 2022, return it. Wow. Don't kill your dog or your cat.
Dog, don't they feed them?
No, I just seen a commercial for Ben and Jerry's now has ice cream for dogs.
Get out of here.
That's right.
I was like, I gotta buy.
That's super dope. They got ice cream.
It was me that commented on Instagram, but look at that bar in the back.
No.
What you want? What you want to drink?
No, look at that bar in the back. We always gotta be stocked. This is Ratchet Tea for real. Okay. So these are the dog foods that they're recalling. I mean, there's a million of them, but if you have Pro Pack Adult, Mini Chunk, Pro Pack Performance, Splash Fat Cat, None Better Maintenance, Sports Trail, 50, and any sport mix from Midwestern Pet Foods on or before July 9, 2022.
Fat Cat?
You might want to turn that in. Fat Cat.
I don't know about
if you got a fat cat.
Growing up.
Oh, I got a fat cat.
Growing up, we had cats, but we didn't feed them cat food.
Here?
What happened?
Like growing up, we didn't buy all that. We didn't waste no money on pet food. Whatever we ate,
the dog ate.
Right.
No, the cat ate.
Oh,
you want rice and beans and chicken? Girl, you want to eat like us.
So for all you dog lovers and your cat lovers out there, just so you know, aflatoxin is a poisonous and mutagen that are produced by certain molds that grow in soil, decaying vegetation, hay, and grains. So save your pet.
You know how hard that is to catch?
Hey,
they got a whole damn field. They basically cutting it down. You don't know what's in there.
You're going to catch it after your dog. You're going to catch it after your dog or cat died. You're going to catch it in.
And then
that's what happens.
Have a cast of gold and more rights and all that blah, blah, blah. Next.
Okay. In sports and in your sports news, Rockets trade James Harden to the Nets for a huge package of players.
Yeah. But he going. Isn't Kyrie with the Nets?
No, he retired.
He retired.
He quit. He didn't retire. He quit.
Well, I guess he'll be.
You know why?
Kyrie.
You know why he quit?
Retiring.
Because after the storm on the White House, he said the world doesn't deserve his talents right now, so he's doing more like activism work.
I don't blame him. So the Rockets get Victor Oladipo.
He's nasty.
Rodians Karooks and Date Exum for an unprotected first-round picks for Brooklyn in 2022, 2024, 2026.
Also, they get that new kid that's coming in. That Jalen.
I told you they're looking at that. They're looking at that bench.
Oh, because
they're looking at what's on down the pipeline.
Okay, well, James Harden's gonna make them a playoff contender for real. Those two together again. They played together before on OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see.
Okay, so now the Nets are going to get James Harden. The Pacers going to get what's his name? LeVert. Kari LeVert.
Caris LeVert. He's nasty.
Caris LeVert. Yeah.
Going to the Patriots.
The
Pacers.
Oh, I thought you said the Patriots. I'm like, do they play football?
Yeah, you got it. Now she got it. She caught it.
No, I thought that's what she said. That's why I was like,
did I say Patriots? I said Pacers.
No, but I can tell. I mean, I
don't know. I probably got it wrong. My bad.
I don't know. Maybe I said Patriots. If I said Patriots, hit me in the comments. I don't know. Cavaliers. Cavaliers get Jared Allen and Taurean Prince.
Oh, Taurean Prince?
Yeah, Taurean Prince.
Jared Allen's a tall guy with the fro. He's the only guy that looks like that in the NBA. He still looks like he's from the 80s. Light-skinned dude, 7 foot, big old fro like that. He good. He hustled.
So that is your up-to-date in 8.
Yeah.
15. We did it good.
There we go.
Hey, mate. Nobody got no comments about it? Nothing?
No.
Y'all excited about the Nets? No? Okay.
Are you?
Well, I'm a Spurs fan.
I'm not a basketball fan right now because of COVID.
You don't watch anything on TV?
No, I think it's just I don't like it. I don't like how they're doing things. I mean, I know they have to be safe. I get it, but I don't like it.
I wouldn't want to be in that. I
want to see the crowd. I want to see,
They did that.
I know we didn't get to go to no games this year.
None. Zero.
I go every year, basketball games and stuff.
We go to the football games.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know we be there.
Yeah. What do y'all do over there at the football games?
We mind our business and leave yours the fuck alone.
No, I was gonna say, tell the people that we do
Hurry it. Hurry it. Okay, hurry it.
Is he trying to play us right there? Talking about what y'all do over there. We volunteer.
No.
We volunteer.
Let the people know what y'all do.
We volunteer.
They walk the streets, y'all.
Adrian said Nets winning it all this year. Hey.
Oh.
Go ahead,
Nets.
They got a strong West, Adrian. They got a strong West out there.
I don't care who wins.
I like LeBron.
Because if we would have we probably would have went to the Super Bowl this year.
Absolutely, we would have went.
Because they went last. You guys went last year.
Yep.
I was watching it from home. I was like, oh no.
But I wasn't trying to play it. I was just trying to let y'all. I'm setting y'all up to let the world know y'all be doing that.
No,
we be volunteering.
Yeah, we do work. We put it in.
We go out there.
I mean, we
He said they playing my Knicks now.
Who's playing the Knicks? The Nets.
That's a blowout.
You know what? I feel like it's fake. I feel like it's fake. Fake basketball.
It
just don't seem real to me. That's why I'm watching it.
Why?
Because it just seems fake to me. You got people in the monitors like.
But those are actually real people that pay for the seats. But I get it. You don't get that rumble, that experience. It's like a TV watching you.
Like a whole 5 people there.
Right.
It's like now you can definitely hear when people talk trash.
Right. Maybe next year we'll be able to go back to the games.
Yes.
And if everyone's gonna have what?
And that'd be a league of its own, like
down there. Oh man, if you've never been to a football, like a pro football game, you should definitely invest the money and go because it's such a great experience. I'm not saying go during COVID, but I'm saying that after COVID,
it'd be real.
We went to the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah,
we watched Kansas City.
I didn't want to do. I was like,
it was amazing.
I went to a lot of the home games with them, the Miami games. I'm not a Miami fan.
Neither am
I. But we go to volunteer.
Mm-hmm. But the tickets were cheap for Miami back then.
I don't know, but I don't know.
No, I don't.
Back then, we talk about last year.
No, because they're not good though, right? They were good.
Last year they weren't good, but the reason why they weren't good last year was because they wanted all of the picks for this year. That's why the team was so good for.
Oh, so they planked on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
but that doesn't mean.
But
just because they suck doesn't mean that their fans weren't out there. Them fans was out there.
So shout out to all the Miami Dolphin fans, even though I'm not
a Miami Dolphin fan.
But that's one thing about Florida.
They was out there. Yeah. They be lit.
Yeah. So
they come to us, we be like,
yeah.
I'll be in the back.
They've been lit since the University of Miami.
Yeah.
No, they be lit. Yeah. They be.
I think Miami Heat brought
by the time halftime come on, they drunk.
They drunk.
Everybody
drunk.
They're drunk. I'd be like, go ahead, man, because I'm in the back.
Go ahead with your drunk.
So next time you go, let me go. I'd like to come.
Okay.
I've never been.
It's a date.
Really?
Never.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun because
if the Steelers aren't coming there, or like a team like the Patriots, which I don't
like. But the thing
lose.
is, like, we'll get to go to all the home games. So whoever they're playing at home, we are there.
Mm-hmm.
We're at all the home games.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there when they played the Bills.
Yep.
They played the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Oh my God, the Eagles fans was deep.
Oh, they were crazy. It was amazing.
The Bills fans were deep.
Yeah, it was amazing, but it was a good experience. So I mean, if you guys ever have an opportunity to go, I say go.
And they went for the Kansas City?
Yeah, for the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. We had a blast. We had a great time.
I was watching them from home.
We had a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, we had a chance to go to the Super Bowl this year, but because of COVID. We were like, yeah, no, we're good.
All right.
So maybe next year.
Yeah.
The new season that comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
The ride, I don't know. We just have fun. The ride there be fun.
The ride coming back be fun.
One time we was,
oh my God,
not for nothing. So one time we went to the game and somebody got stuck. Somebody got stuck in the bathroom on the bus.
Yeah.
They locked themselves in the bathroom on the bus.
On the charter bus. Yes. They locked. True story.
And like,
true story.
person had.
No. So the lock got stuck. I think the lock got stuck.
The lock got stuck.
The lock got stuck on them, and they were stuck in the bathroom. And I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, they're like, "One of your party members is stuck in the bathroom."
No, first we heard her,
and I was like, "What the?"
You wouldn't even think about it, right? You're like,
we're on the bus.
So Wanda Li was like, "Who's knocking?" And I was like,
I don't know.
Who's knocking? And we hear, "Hello," and we're like,
Who
"Yes."
is it? And then we look to the side,
and they're like, I'm stuck in the bathroom. I can't get out. I was like, "Yo, this is stupid crazy."
We didn't know at first who it was, and then we found out it was like
we did a head count,
right? And we're like,
who it was.
Okay,
did you get him out?
Oh my God!
Let me say. So the fire department came,
the police came.
That's embarrassing.
So the fire department came, the policeman came. So the police officer came to the back of the bus, and I was in the back of the bus, and he was like, I was like, "Yo, shoot the lock." I said, "Shoot the lock."
Right.
Shoot the lock. I said, I told the person, I said, "Move to the left." And he gonna shoot the lock. Yo, and then I said, "Oh, and if he hits you, then move to your other left."
It was.
So yeah, man. But
it was like
super great.
Everybody was watching. We was like, wow, this is.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. And then that person had to climb out.
She had to climb out the window,
out the bathroom window,
and they caught her
from the outside of the bus. It was hilarious.
So
shout out to that person if they're watching.
Right. Hey,
hopefully you ain't been locked in no bathrooms lately. Facts.
That sucks, bro.
Or riding any charter bus.
And then the funny part after that was me and Menda had to use the bathroom, and we were like,
just hold it.
We're going to the
stadium. We're going in the stadium.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Did her head come out first, or was it
I
feet?
don't know.
I don't remember. I just know that they had to catch her.
Oh, and they was asking how much she weighed.
Right.
How much does she weigh?
Right.
Because they didn't want, if she was 600 pounds, they didn't know how.
They got to cut it out.
Dude, hilarious.
They were like, is she going to be able to fit out the window? It was.
I was like, she like 800 pounds. But she was like,
I was sitting in the chair like, I started to move to the front of the bus.
No, she was super small. She had to be like
small.
120.
It's that. But we're like, jump out the window.
Yeah, jump out the window.
They're going to catch you. Yeah. All the guys were down there like.
Oh God.
Dude, it was hilarious. Our super producer came on the bus like, let me at it.
Right.
I got it. Let me get it. I get it. I was like, it was, yes, Hercules. Get it. Get it, Hercules.
There was no bus in the door.
There was no.
Because they had to come out.
You have to open it from the inside.
So you couldn't kick it in.
Yeah.
It wasn't going in, it was coming out.
Plus it's tight in there.
Yeah.
Right?
And so it's like being on a Greyhound. So you know the bathroom on the Greyhound?
The airplane?
You know the Greyhound?
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's like the little airplane.
Yeah.
Small as that.
Yeah,
like
small as that. Yeah. Super hilarious.
But other than that, we have fun.
So tonight, guys, our topic is interracial couples.
So
who's kicking it off?
Your interracial couples?
Yeah. Okay. What you got, Etienne? Kick it off.
What I got? It's like challenges that many couples face, right? So what are challenges? I've never been in an interracial couple.
So we're talking about interracial relationships. So we're talking about black and white, Puerto Rican and black.
It could be any.
Well, I think that all interracial relationships have issues with things themselves. Sometimes within your own community, within your own culture, within your own household, there's issues because some people feel like you should date within your race.
But I noticed one interracial couples that usually work. It's always like the Asians and the whites. Their percentages.
Because they're both corny.
Who say that? Say what?
Did you say because they're both corny?
Corny.
I love it. I cannot.
Who do you want to? Who wants to date an Asian?
I mean, if I love them, I will.
Isn't Exhibit Asian, or does he just look Asian?
I think he probably
Exhibit.
I don't think he's Asian.
Is he still living? I don't know.
I think they just mellow. Like, I don't think an Asian could deal with a person that has. I don't give a shit the fuck down before I fuck you up type of mentality.
Who, an Asian?
Right. I don't know. Like, I really don't know how that would look.
I personally don't know. So the question that was proposed today are, because of all the racial divide that's going on in the country today, can an interracial couple survive? And what drives a white man to be with a black woman, or what drives a black woman to be with a white man, or vice versa? So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's pour a little tea. I'm ready for the tea. Come on, let's get some.
I don't know.
You said what causes okay.
I wouldn't know.
What I've checked out. You
said something about maybe it's a fetish. Maybe Caucasian men have a fetish about wanting to date black women. I don't know. I mean,
well, back then I know in slavery, you know how everything is like you stay to your own kind, you stay to your own kind. Now, since slavery has been abolished or whatnot, right? It's like now it's like that forbidden fruit that you couldn't have. Now you want to get a piece of that. But I think that's why too, a lot of those slave masters raped the black women because though it's their property, but they also wanted to know what it felt like or what it is on the other side, right? So I think it is a fetish in a way.
They want to see what's in the sheets. Right. Clearly, what's going on with that dark fruit?
Clearly, you ever heard the saying that said, "Oh, Chinese girls, their box is sideways."
What? I never heard of that. Why they box sideways?
I don't know. Because
what do you mean sideways?
Like it's not normal. They said it's not the same. Like you know how every y'all box like.
I'm sorry that y'all box is.
I heard that's what you heard growing up. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like they think is no for real. It's the same. It's like they think it's sideways. It's like what the hell? Where that come from, bro? It's just stuff they pass down the line.
Okay, well,
but I think
so you're saying that people really want to try to find out if it's sideways? Is that why they deal with it?
Well, it's a fetish. If you hear about it, it's like, damn, I want to try that out.
But the same thing they say about black men, they all say, "Oh, black men have big," but not all.
Nah, there's a stat.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that I don't know if
they have small ones. I ain't never had a small one.
So. Oh my gosh!
I'm just putting out there.
But they did a survey. They checked it out. They actually went and checked, and it's like,
what is wrong with me today? I feel like I'm like the biggest horn dog going on here right now.
Well, no, you're good.
Okay, let's go.
I have to.
They did a survey.
I have to tone it down.
Yeah. No, don't tone it down. You know,
I have to be censored.
No censor. Just
be you.
This is why
Wanda Li has to be censored.
That's why people love Wanda Li.
That's right. Like
speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Listen, those that who don't like
come outside and play today.
Well, whoever don't like it, just don't like it. So at the end of the day, interracial. So, is it a fetish? Now, here's my thing. Like, do you think like Caucasian men and African American women, they role play like you be the slave and I'll be the master? Like, do you think they do stuff like that?
Well, maybe if
I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just
asking. Oh, beat me. Oh, okay. What do you call that? Dominatrix?
Oh, but speaking of, I was not to change this. I was reading that people that like to get choked during sex, that is now going to be a domestic violence charge.
What?
The dominatrix?
Really? Getting choked while having sex will now be a domestic violence charge. I was reading that.
I seen on
Instagram
where like a guy.
I screenshotted it, but I don't have my phone so I could read it.
He was sleeping with a girl and he was choking her and then
they were like
sleep.
Talking
He's
shit.
like, oh, I choked out. God, he turned the camera on.
Listen, I don't see nothing wrong with a little choke and grind. I don't.
But they say I was reading it.
I ain't talking about no submission head. I'm talking about like.
Sometimes you gotta wrestle that thing. I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta.
The neck.
But we're saying no break, no bones. Like one time, I remember somebody came in the ER one time and they back was. They left in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's because someone took him up and suplexed
it. So he flipped her.
Were they in an interracial relationship? What kind of relationship were they in?
No, you sure?
No, it wasn't.
Because usually they don't tell you that kind of stuff. They'll tell you that they were sexually active.
No, I was there when the patient came in. I was the one that was like, I called home and I was like, don't. I was like, don't be pulling my hair because you ain't gonna break my neck.
Oh my God.
Well, a lot of people say that, some African American women say when Black men make it successful, they always date outside their race. Like, what? And a lot of Black women are like, why? Am I not good enough? Am I not pretty enough? Like, why can't I help you get to this point? Now that you're at this level, now you leave me for a lighter complexion and not Puerto Rican.
Because a lot of people say that, white women are more submissive and they don't do a lot of the yapping. Like, we don't care. We're going to speak our piece. I don't care.
And guys don't like that. Like a lot of guys, they do want a submissive woman. And I don't care because I'm
anybody that dated me know I would talk shit to the death of me.
That's cool. But, like me, like
money or no money, I'll be like.
But the thing is, they're saying that what they say. Exactly. Black women are more rah, rah, rah. They don't want to deal with it. So the Black guy's like, well, I don't want to rah, rah, rah. It's too much work. So I'm going to go to the other side. you know, because it's easier. Because clearly, Caucasian females, they have a different approach. It's easier. Like a lot of my boys was like, "Yo, man, it's easy, man. I smash in the same 2 minutes I'm at." But this is the hip. I've been pick me game for 6 months. I still can't get that. You know what I mean? It's different. It's all brought up. I think it's a mindset too.
I think it's more of a controlling thing.
You think?
Yeah.
See, for me, I never dated outside my race. I've never dated anybody but African American men. I never wanted to date Hispanic men. You know, it's funny because me and the producer were talking about this. I never dated out, you know, a Puerto Rican man because my father's Puerto Rican.
Sure.
So, you know, I have my own idealism on what a Hispanic man is.
Yep.
You know, so I chose not to date Hispanic men.
Oh, you chose. You didn't.
I chose not to. But at the same time, a lot of Hispanic men never hit on me.
They didn't have that.
Same way Caucasian men never hit on me. You know, you understand? So when we talk about interracial relationships, is that because is it a fetish? Is it because maybe that white man, maybe white girls never hit on him? Maybe Asian girls never hit on them. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe all black women hit on them.
That's crazy.
Or and vice versa.
Like growing up in Lake Worth, it's like, yeah, you like the Asian girls, the black girls, but they weren't really digging. They was digging the Spanish boys. You know what I mean? And me growing up, I was like, I like the Latin girls because I was like, well, the Asian girls ain't giving you no play. So it's like you go and the white girls will give you play. So you're like, okay, I like them. But at the end of the day, you really want to be a sister, but it's like they're not feeling you because they feeling something else.
Yeah, but you know, and why is that? So the deep down question is why? You know, what is it? Is it rooted from slavery? Is it rooted from your upbringing? You know, I mean, why? Why do you think that is?
Like for me, for instance, I don't date Spanish men because I've seen a lot of Spanish men when I was growing up. What they do, they like to beat on women, and I'm not saying all men because every race beats on women, but they're more the stay home, cook, clean, don't get a job. They want to control you. It's what I seen growing up. I'm not saying that this is what it is
school ways
nowadays, right? So I always grew up like I'm not dealing with that. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do.
So basically, probably what you've been around,
right?
You know, like so you said, you see your father. You're like it's Puerto Rican man. You see how he is, and blah blah blah. Usually they say, don't women date someone
like their dad and somebody like their mom. That's what they say. So I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? In this day and age, I want to know what you guys are thinking about out there. You know, drop your comments.
So Manny, you on here? You let us know. He's Spanish. Derek, you on here? You're Jamaican. Let us know. Well, what is it? What is it? Because I know there's a lot of dark-skinned men that don't like to date dark-skinned women. They like black girls, black women, but they have to be light.
Yeah, I got a dude like that. He's like, I like.
They don't like dark-skinned females, and it's like
it's because black women been told that they were ugly throughout the whole time.
But there's a lot of dark-skinned women that are beautiful.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Which is true.
Very beautiful.
But imagine for years and years and years, all the lights, you go outside. All the lights, you go in the house. So it just can condition, and you grow up, you're like, I want a light-skinned girl. Because you know the history and you don't even think about it.
But they say because they just have it out there that, you know, Spanish, light-skinned, Spanish, or this white, a lot of them are exotic. What makes them exotic?
Well, white women?
No, like Spanish women, you know.
It's culture.
What makes them exotic?
Because they got an accent and they speak Spanish.
They speak another language.
Is that what it is? But they have an accent. They speak Spanish. Ooh.
But you'd be surprised. There could be an African American female that speaks 8 different languages.
Correct.
So, but if you notice too, the media is flipping the narrative now. They're slowly introducing women of color, men of color, more ads now because they're realizing like if you're trying to target a certain group, you have to at least put their face out there on the board to know that they can wear your clothes, that they can be accepted. They did, you know what I mean? So I think since they're pushing a narrative that color is good now, I think it's going to start changing.
So it's starting to become more of a melting pot and more accepted. Because
go ahead.
Oh, because I feel like when you see a black and white couple, people always look like.
But the same.
Look who's looking though. It's old heads.
It's some young
guys.
My generation. Because not for nothing. There is a lot of women that would sit there and say, "Oh, they're taking all of our black men."
Right.
And they, you know, there's me, for instance. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. I had a lot of issues because I dated only black men. So I always used to get problems with black females because they feel like you feel like you're better than them, or you're dating their man. We're all minorities.
Not knowing that you got black in your blood too.
That sometimes I could act blacker than you.
They don't know. You know, Thanos got black in them.
But you don't know what people are mixed with, or you don't know what people are going through. But it's always been a problem, and I'm not saying it's the same thing with Spanish men. A lot of Spanish men do not like that Spanish women date black men. It's racism amongst themselves, and it's just like, why are we going through this? We're all considered the same. If we all have issues, everybody is known for something, so it's crazy. So it's not just black and white couples, is all interracial couples that get looked at a certain way. Like,
because just like Wanda, when I was growing up, the same thing. A lot of dark skinned women would be like, "Oh, you think you're better than me? Oh, because you're light skinned." And I'm like, and I'm like, but listen, at the end of the day, my mom's black. You understand what I'm saying? My sisters are black. My brother is, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I identify as black, even though I have a Puerto Rican father. You understand what I'm saying? But I still identify as black. So when I'm growing up, I have to hear from the, I couldn't even have male friends because, you a hoe. Why am I a hoe? Because I have male friends, but I'm not a hoe. I'm not sleeping with them. But dark skinned females would be like, you a hoe? You white? You only date? Why do you date black men? You can't date nobody else. But I'm like, I'm dating within my race, and that's my preference. My preference is to date within my race. That's just me. You understand? Other people might have different of opinion, but like I said, growing up, I had a different image of what a Hispanic man, and I just said that's something that I don't want. Right. And then I also said I don't want to date a Caucasian man. You understand what I'm saying? Because I had my own. Listen, y'all, don't judge me, but I have my own prejudices, got my own ideology of these people. And I'm not, this is just me growing up. Okay. I'm not I don't think that way now, but when I was growing up, I was like, they got small penises. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want them to touch me. They smell like dogs.
I heard that wet mouth. I heard wet mouth. I heard it wet mouth.
And then when I got older, I was like, that was, but you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're dumb. And you don't know. Yeah. So when I look at interracial couples, I go, man, that's got to be tough, because in a world today that's so racially divided, how do you overcome that? Right. How do you overcome that? You walking down the street, you see some racist white guy look at you like,
and you see it, and you see it, and you see it. You see the stares, and you see the this, and you see the that, and you see it.
I ain't gonna lie. I have a friend, right? She's Asian, and the other brother was, let's say, Jamaican. Mm-hmm. They love each other. 5 years into it, going strong. We want to get married. So brother goes to the family and says, "Hey, I love your daughter," and the family's like, "No, you're not marrying our daughter." Mm-hmm. And there's like, aren't we all Christians here? Don't we all attend the same church? At the end of the day, when it comes to it, if they racist, they racist. They don't care if you guys in here, we all go to the same church. If they believe a certain way, you can't really change that. Mm-hmm. You can't. So the relationship was separated due to that. But they still loved each other. Guess who she married? She ended up marrying a Caucasian man.
But don't we got that going on right now? Ain't young Jeezy dating
Jenny Mine?
Well, if you notice, he was supposed to get married, but he pushed that thing like way out. God knows to the future now.
I don't know.
The wedding's postponed, so in a way
because of COVID.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's deeper than that.
I'm sure it's COVID.
I don't think it's COVID. I don't think he flipped.
But what's in the comments? Let's see what's going on.
So Manny was on there talking about the Nets, talking about us for we out, I guess, to the football.
Manny said,
he said Derek is on there. Said, what it do, fam? Hey,
said.
Manny said, I love all type of women. Dated Jamaican, white, Spanish. All I need is an Asian. So you tell us.
He's Baskin Robbins up in this piece.
Went grocery shopping, man.
He's like, I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. Okay, all right.
I was talking to my wife. I was like, I wonder if I got married to another race. Mm-hmm. It'll be hard because the culture is totally different.
But let me tell you, so a lot of Haitians want their kids to marry Haitians. They do not like for them to date outside the race.
Thank God.
Because My youngest daughter is her father. My ex-husband is Haitian. And when I met them, they were like, "Oh, we thought he was gonna marry a Haitian girl," and I was like, "Sorry, boo, he married this Puerto Rican bitch."
It's me. How you doing?
I didn't grow up like that. It's not lucky for me. So I was like,
and they're
like
high yellow Haitians.
They had okay. They
Menda complexion.
Oh, okay. They the
with
ones
the good hair.
They the ones with all the money, right?
My weave, y'all. My weave. Oh, my
she said that she didn't attend the baby shower.
Wow.
She didn't do the wedding. She didn't do none of that.
Now, my mom said, "Whoever you marry, we support." You know what I mean? Because my auntie married a white man.
Right.
And my nieces and that they all mix. They look like you. We all love them the same. But the family has went their different ways due to like racial ties and beliefs. And I'm trying to raise my kid a certain way because I'm Caribbean and white people raise their kids. Hey, Tommy, this plan you over there. Haitians don't do that.
But
they don't do what?
Go sit there. No, they beat your behind.
Oh, but I'm about to say a lot of them are racist. They like you to date in their race.
Right.
Or prejudice. Let's say prejudice.
It's all the same thing.
Nah, like
what's it? Why isn't it?
What's the
racism?
Why isn't it?
Okay, so
it's
racism,
the same thing because they don't like other races. Come on now, don't do that.
No, there's two different ways. Like you can say prejudice because we can say I don't like white people, right? Let's say I don't like white people. That's prejudice, right? But if a white person say I don't like black person, right? That's racism because
that's still a part of prejudice. Racism is when you have no, believe it or not, it's not. Racism is actually when you stop the economical means of another person. So we can never be racist ever, unless you're one of the top percent that can stop the economical means.
We don't have no power for economical means, but we have power in our household, and we can make.
So then, when we say we don't like black people or white people, we are prejudiced because we have ideologies. Prejudice is when you have an ideology of something that's not necessarily true. It's true to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say, oh well, Wanda, she's Puerto Rican. All she do is eat rice and beans every day.
And plátanos.
But that's not true.
No.
You understand? So I'm being prejudiced and stereotypical.
Yeah, but that's not true. To the point where you're like, fuck that cracker, fuck this, fuck that.
Then that's a whole nother level. You just
let me
tell you something. When people get upset, the things that come out their mouth is very racist.
So let's talk about
because when I get mad and I argue with a white person, I'll be like, "You fucking cracker, fuck you."
So let's talk about that. So blah, blah. So if I'm in an interracial relationship,
you bring it back to slavery mentality.
Like,
so if
Derek, you know.
So let me ask you guys. So in an interracial relationship, so if a white man is dating a black woman, right? And he's pro-Trump and she's pro-Biden, right? And they having this heated conversation and they get into an argument. Do you think he called her the N-word?
No.
Do you think she called him a cracker? Like, how does that work? If you guys are in an interracial relationship or
how do y'all arguments go down? Because
please drop the tea.
But see, for us, it's like we throw the N-word around, but it's not. It's just something that we use all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I get mad at a white person, I will be quick to be like, "You stupid fucking cracker."
But that's different. That's different because he doesn't live in your household.
Right, but I've never dated a white
man,
so I don't know what an argument between me and a white man would be if we were in a relationship.
You know how many times?
You know what I mean?
I've been called
that's what I'm saying. Do you think that
just for driving and cutting person off? Fucking nigga. The hell?
I mean, we say it, but we say it like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, no, this is a saying
I don't say it. I try not to say it when I'm arguing with them. I just call him a stupid ass motherfucker. I call him a fuck boy, a faggot ass, all types of stuff come out my mouth.
Race goes out.
I'm just like
beady eye.
I'll be like, you dumbass motherfucker. Yeah, but I try not to be like, you stupid. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
I say the N-word often. Sorry.
Yeah, but not in an argument.
Like, I say N-word. Sorry, I will call you the N-word quick, and maybe I need to be delivered from it, but I will call you the N-word quick.
You were saying that regarding the argument, right? Mm-hmm. I have a story I heard from Shannon Sharp, the football player. Mm-hmm. So he played for Denver Broncos, right? Mm-hmm. And he had one of his teammates that, let's just say, was from the country and had racist tendencies, but they're playing versus another team, and the guy hits one of the teammate of his hits another player, and then when he hits him, he spits on him and said, "You effing nigga." And then now his team's like, "Wait a second, I know you just made the tackle on the opposite team, But that's a brother you just tackled and said that to. But we are brothers. So how you feel about us? Right. Since we teammates, right. You not mad at us right now, but behind closed doors, what are you really saying about us, bro? Well, so Shannon had to pull him to the side and say, bro, we can knuckle up now. You know how Shannon show is. He said, we can knuckle up now. Tell me what's the problem.
Right. So that's another thing. Like, do white men that date out, Black women, Hispanic women, do they have the right to use N-words? They have Black kids. No. They have half Black in-laws. I was just talking to the producer about this. You know who Gary Owens is?
Oh yeah,
crazy funny comedian, super dope.
He don't got no pass though.
He's got a Black wife, Black family.
They ain't give him no pass.
Because he's super cool. Like he's like a dude that we grew up in the hood with. Does he have the right to say the N-word? Can he, if he was around and had said, "Yo, what's up, nigga?" Like, is that good? Is that okay? I mean, I'm just saying, how does this all work out? Like,
he don't get a pass because his people was the oppressor. You know what I mean? He knows the history, so the fact that he got to even come at us and say that, that means, bro, you're not even thinking, bro. Like, dude, this is generation and generation, and you just said that like that. That's how you feel. But he don't get no pass.
No pass. So I don't care.
So who gets a pass?
Does Hispanic people get a pass?
Y'all Black too.
To say the N-word?
But not every Hispanic think they're Black.
Right. Look at people listen.
A lot of Hispanic people do not think that they're Black.
Cubans think they're white.
The ones that are fair skinned.
No. A lot of them think
they look like me.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So said I have to read this comment. He said that's a whole different story. The NFL and all these sports are white owned with Black and brown slaves. Can't be free minded or free speech.
That's facts. Yeah. We were just talking about that. Wasn't we just talking about that?
Kyrie?
About the NFL and the NBA? About how that's true. That it's just another form of slavery. That it's a high value form of slavery. We pay you high dollars.
It's like
so I want you to dunk. You're gonna dunk as many times as I want you to do. You're gonna make these plays as often as I want you to do. And if once I use you for what I want to use you for, you're out. You're gone. I'm gonna trade you. When
they patch you around.
When your contract is up, I'm gonna sell you off to the highest bidder or the lowest bidder.
That's what I'm saying. Like the gladiator stories. That's it. They were slaves. And they fighting in front of the whole white crowd.
They be passing them around like a cheap phone.
Yeah.
You done got slid into Nets.
I went from the Nets to the Knicks, from the Knicks to the Lakers, from the Lakers to whoa, what is going on?
And I still ain't got a ring.
You're NBA hoe. You're NBA hoe. That's fact.
I think that's why Kyrie quit.
Said we pay you to entertain me, boy.
That's right. That's right.
I don't like it.
But let me tell you something. But a lot of people, a lot of Black people idolize that. You understand? And then what happens when they make it there? They typically never have the financial guidance. You know what I'm saying?
That's a way out.
To know that's not a way out.
No, like from what
it is
in a contract,
right? It's not. Listen, it's not a way out, but it is a way out. It's a way out to make more money, but now you're still in bondage. Now you're still in slavery. You just went from the frying pan to the fire.
But as you're growing up, right? Let's say you're growing up poor and stuff like that, and you was like, well, my best way growing up, all I know those guys was at football and basketball. That's the only way out. But now, like I'm older now, I'm like, dude, there's so many different avenues that I could have took. But the thing is, they weren't formally educated on that. In school, they don't educate you on that.
Right.
You have to, even in college, you're starting to learn something, but these courses you have to pay extra for.
Right.
To figure out how to make that money, how to get out, So at the end of the day, when they grow up in the hood, it's really all they know because they weren't taught anything.
Right.
And but the white kids were taught by their parents early age. They forget sports here.
They talk about credit. Yeah, absolutely. But once again, we're going to go back to ignorance. Like Black people, Hispanic people, light-skinned people, brown-skinned people. Listen, you guys have so many great tools at your fingertips right now. You got the internet, you got YouTube, which is a free academy. You can YouTube anything, literally. How to have anal sex. You can YouTube that. It'll be on there, I'm sure. It's something weird. Yeah. With an eggplant,
no, that's that.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying,
people might like it.
You know, and like I said, what it is that we don't like to read. So knowledge is power. If you don't have knowledge, you're never going to have any power, because if you don't have that power, how can you improve yourself or your well-being? You understand what I'm saying? So when these kids make it, they dangle it in front of them because they have came from a broken home. They have come from a place where they had nothing. Now they struggle. Oh man, I went through high school. I went to college. I made it to the NFL.
Want that fast money.
Now they came to the NFL. Ain't nobody there to guide them to say, here's your finance. Let's sit down. Let's talk about this. Let's make sure this lasts you and your family over your whole entire life. You understand what I'm saying? But you see them getting fast cars, getting pulled over, entourages, grill, chains. For what? What's your financial portfolio looking like?
They ain't paid their taxes for 6 years.
How many houses did you invest in? How many businesses did you invest in? How many people have you helped invest into businesses to help pull them up? You know what I'm saying? But we could go on and on. But I'm just saying, I want to get into it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
But you know, because I get into a whole, like
LeBron, he grew up in the hood. But later on, he got introduced to different ways, like you just said.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I can do my own movie theater, my own thing. But anyways, let's get back on.
Yeah.
So let me read some of this comments. So I guess to your gladiator comment, said gladiators were warriors. Big difference, but we won't pass into that.
No, they were warriors, but they're slaves too. They were slaves.
Then he said,
they're slaves.
To Menda when you were speaking, so speak on it, and one of you guys was talking about the NFL and all that, just thinking about it's only one of the two ways out. Come on, man, I'm just gonna stop because I'm gonna be commenting every second. Come on, bring on the comments.
We love the comments for sure.
Growing up, that's all you knew, the sports.
No,
right. So he's saying that they raised you to think that way. That there's only two ways out.
Right. Like the only way to get out the hood is if you make it to become an NBA star, or NFL, or soccer, or no.
Or like the Caribbean parents would be like engineer, architect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's true. But that's realistic.
Sure.
The way out is, get your own business, go to college, get your degree.
Some people were raised to think that the way out is to be a drug dealer.
Right. So
let's be Pablo Escobar. You know what I mean?
It's one of those situations. Hey, I been there, did that. Went from the fire into the sometimes you go into the fire into the frying pan. Because left one bad situation, went into another bad situation. And it's until something happens during that situation that you realize, I need to get out of it. That's when you finally make the change. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, when they do make it, this is one of the things that I'm confused about, is that when a lot of these Black men make it, they marry a white woman because, like you said, Wanda, they're gonna put up with me. They're gonna put up with me cheating. They're gonna put up with me. They're not gonna say anything. But I say to that, like, I know a couple white girls that be like, "Where you at? Who you with?" I don't play that. I don't know if they got Black friends. But
I'm not gonna lie, it when you get to certain levels, let's say when I used to do like a bunch of like acting stuff, like when you start to get in certain gigs, you're like the crowd starts to change, and then the people around you is like they don't really start looking like you anymore because it's such a small
percentage of your race in there.
They let all the others in, but you're like, oh, you got lucky, bro. You lucky you even here, and everyone that's around you, your parties, everything you go to.
But does that mean you did that?
No, but the thing is, when you start,
that's an excuse.
No, but what's gonna honestly, what you're surrounded around, eventually you just start to like that's what you go towards.
So you adapt.
You start to adapt because it's like this. You're living there now. You're around there. You're in that space, and then it's like, well, they're giving me attention, so I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon. That's not saying
I agree.
me.
I agree with that.
Not saying me per se, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, like in high school, right? If you send your child to a predominantly white high school, 9 times out of 10, he's going to date a Caucasian girl. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens at these with these schools, and I guys, don't crucify me for this, but what happens is that you have these Black people in these schools, but they don't act like they're Black. And then people say, well, what is acting Black? They don't act like the rest of the race.
They don't tie it. They don't.
They act like they're Caucasian. They don't identify with their Black, their race. So when you talk to them, it's, oh my God, how you doing? Oh my God, I'm Brenda.
What's that
and
show?
You're like, what? You understand what I'm saying?
Making my way downtown.
So, right. So what happens is because that child, because that child has been around white chicks. Because that child has been around white people their whole life, they're going to date a Caucasian person because that's all they know, because that's all they're getting hit on by.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? And the Black girls in school, or the Black boys in school, don't want a Black person. They want a white person. Correct. Because that's all they're around. So are they wrong for that? Are they? When that's all they know. You understand what I'm saying? And then I'm sure the parents are like, oh yeah, marry Tommy. Tommy's got good credit. Tommy's, financial portfolio is awesome.
And Tommy's going to make it in the NFL.
True story.
I'm just saying.
I had one of my homies. He was with a white girl. Mm-hmm. He's a Caribbean man. Works, let's say, salary off the charts. Boom. Mm-hmm. Met the parents. Dad said, oh, I don't want you to marry a workhorse.
What?
A workhorse type individual. Like, brothers work hard. Mm-hmm. It's like, I guess he didn't have access to what he had, maybe mm-hmm. stocks, portfolio, whatever. So he's like, you need to marry someone, basically someone your kind. Mm-hmm. That's going to always be home in a way. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That won't be leaving you. So I was like, wow.
Some people want a workhorse.
But the thing is, that was his way out of telling her, yo, don't deal with him. Now, Shorty married someone that same color.
Well, there's some white people that ain't got no good. Listen, there's some white people that ain't got good credit, ain't got no money, ain't got no portfolio. They're workhorses. You know what I'm saying? So
there's some that's on welfare that get food stamps or Medicaid and all that.
Absolutely. So you got white men that beat on women. You got white men that cheat on women. Mm-hmm. So, at the end of the day, when I look at interracial couples, I scratch my head, and I'm not saying that it's wrong. I just scratch my head sometimes and be like, man, how did that happen?
How do you do it?
Oh, how did that happen? Because when this world is so racially divided, how do you tell your kids? Because you see what I'm saying? How do you tell your kids that, oh, you're half black, half white? And then how kids are. Kids are cruel, man. Kids will tell you straight up to your face. You a cracker, or you know what I'm saying, or you a nigga, or
you a spit.
That's kids. Those are kids, So how do you raise your kids up in a racially divided world? I think that's a lot of unnecessary stress.
I was watching a gentleman actually a couple of days ago. He was like, he married a white woman, and their kids came out mixed. Mm-hmm. And then every time, kids are innocent. Mm-hmm. So the kid literally drew a picture of herself, split it in half, white and black. Mm-hmm. That's how she saw herself. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, how do you tell the kid about both sides?
Yeah.
And they said that was really hard for them.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, they identify with which side they lean towards to. Mm-hmm. Depending, you know what I mean? So
mm-hmm. I knew a person who their daughter had a baby by a black guy, and they're Italian, right? Mm-hmm. And so when she was having the baby, the guy was like, man, Menda, I got a black grandchild. How am I supposed to raise a black grandchild?
Easy.
So I said, you raise them as if you would raise
any other kid.
Like why are black children? Why do we have to be raised and handled a certain way? You understand what I'm saying? Like we're not
programmed, bro.
But what? You see it so much on social media. You'll see a white woman with a black, a mixed child that has kinky hair, and you'll see people crucifying her like, mm-hmm. oh, you don't know what to do with that kid's hair. You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do that. It's just bullying everywhere. Yeah. So it's hard on that person. It's hard on you don't know. Some people don't know how to take care of. They care.
Yeah, that's true.
I say this: as long as the media keeps controlling the narrative, mm-hmm. it's gonna always be that way.
Yeah.
And until they flip the script and mm-hmm. say everything is good, everything's gonna be like, oh, it's back. The old heads might not think so because they've already been desensitized and programmed.
Yeah.
But the new generation would change completely.
Yeah.
But they have to. How do we change it?
Them old folks.
It's
old folks.
Yeah,
because some of them would be like, "Oh, you messed up my race by having a black child." Like,
you diluted the race.
You don't think that you're
think
white?
You don't think you have any black in you, bro?
Like, you're not white.
We got. Our genes. When you break it down, we have all races. All races.
Right.
Okay, so that means you have a recessive gene somehow.
Right.
Okay. I'm just saying.
So at the end of the day, my heart goes out to, everybody.
It's
whether
hard.
You're dating
hard.
Whether it's a white and black couple, black and Hispanic couple, a black and, a Jamaican, a Haitian, you know what I'm saying? My heart goes out to because, at the end of the day, there's so many things and factors that you have to deal with in your own race. Then you have to deal with other people's races. That affect your
said we don't need to try to have media change the narrative. We need to change the way we depend on the media for the narrative.
That's facts.
Facts, and
That's
I agree too. And the books and everything has to switch. Everything has to be reprogrammed. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I don't.
Schools,
Well,
the way everything's taught.
I agree
because
with that.
it makes you think white supremacy. That's all you know.
Right. Like I said in our last podcast, that white people always telling black people stop living in the past. But you guys are living in the past. You guys control the narrative. In the schools, you're controlling the narrative by reliving your past.
Right.
You have our kids going to school, black, white, Haitian, Creole, Asian, all these different races to learn about your race and your past.
And how you dominated us.
But you understand what I'm saying? So when you telling me to let it go, bro, I'm going to need you to let it go. Let go of your Confederate statues, your Confederate flags. Let go of all that. You know what I'm saying?
He like...
No, said son.
Yeah, said. We need to reflect and teach our own how not to depend on them. Let them push whatever they want. We need to make our own books, our own homeschooling teachers, etc.
Absolutely. I mean, and I know maybe a lot of people don't like this topic, but I feel like this is something that's very important that needs to be discussed, and it needs to be always brought to the forefront. I'm not saying that
because there is a lot of interracial relationships.
There is a lot of
biracial children out there. There's a lot of biracial.
There's stats on that too. Let's say on interracial couples, right? It says analysis conducted a decade ago found that 10 years after the married interracial couples had 41 chance of separation or divorce compared to a 31 chance amongst couples who married within their own race, according to a study based on the 1995 National Survey of Family Growth. So I guess when you do date the other counterpart, I guess it's a higher rate.
It's due to culture. Sometimes people just date what they feel they are compatible to, or how they feel. Some Spanish people, a lot of Spanish men and a lot of Spanish women, they consider themselves to be black, so they date black.
Right.
Do you think love can transcend that?
I don't know if love can transcend that. That's huge.
Right.
That's huge. Because you know what? So at the end of the day, right? So I know somebody. Not putting their business out there, but I know somebody that married a white woman, right? They got divorced, right? And she did them low down dirty, left them with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So was he better marrying a black girl that, you know what I'm saying, would have stopped. Is he better off marrying? Would have been better off marrying inside his race? Because she treated him like
trash.
Like, I'm taking it all. Have a good day.
What did he do? Did he do anything?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. I just know what I know of that right there. But at the end of the day, you got to sit there and be like,
I say this. You see how kids see the world? Like little children, you put all these kids together in a room. They all talking, hanging, having fun. My friend, and then
they don't know.
They grow up. They grow up just like, oh, don't play over here. Now they're saying why? Because of then your parents start introducing them.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I was like, my kid, until that question comes about, they will talk about it. I said, I'm happy that he didn't have to see the storming on the Capitol.
Yeah.
Because now I got to sit down and explain to this kid.
Right.
But eventually you will, because that's going to be a part of his history. So when they're growing up, this is going to be whether you homeschool them or however it is, it's still part of the history.
I'm not going to lie to you.
This fucking president is.
That's why he has to go.
But he's still going to be in our history.
Right.
No, which is true, but he has to go because he divided us.
Right.
And we see color with it
was already divided. He just made it. He just made it cool to be divided.
Well, he brought it out even more, and
he just made it cool for them white folks to make it the way they.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm happy about that, because guess what? Now I know who you are.
Isn't it 55%?
Okay, now I know who you are.
What's the stats
you
on that
what I'm saying?
55%
hey, Sheila.
voted. 55% of white women voted.
For him. Yeah. But see, people look at all this coming out as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing, because like I said, at the end of the day, if I know my neighbor was out at the Capitol, I'm storming the Capitol, it's revolution. Okay, I know I'm gonna get my gat ready in case you get stupid. I'm gonna get stupid right with you.
You just triggered something.
So you understand what I'm saying? So this brings it out more. So guess what? You see us, we see you.
I show you love,
So,
you don't show me love, then I don't show you
Sheila
love.
said, sorry, I'm late. What are we discussing? So, Sheila, we're discussing interracial relationships because she's herself is married to a Caucasian man. So, said it doesn't matter who the actor is, the scripts are the same. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Adrian said, I'm married into a racist family, thankful for my son, but it was a terrible decision.
See? So I'm so mad that
just like
I wish he was here so we could talk about it more, but I don't want to put nobody's business on blast because I'm curious as to know. What made you go and marry a white woman? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he's listening.
Right,
we could bring him on.
I don't want to put him out there like that. I don't want to put Adrian out there like that. If want to discuss, I don't want to put nobody out like that because it could be a sensitive subject. I'm not doing that.
Tough, right? That's tough. You love someone wholeheartedly, and then you go and the family don't accept you because of the color of my skin.
But you know this
stuff.
But you know this stuff.
I feel like you know that before you marry that person that this is what they're about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that when you went there, they probably was like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi.
No, left hand. They give you the left hand, right?
That's what I'm saying. The left hand. It's the left hand. And it's not even a shake. It's like.
It's the damn cup. They always cup you.
Some people just choose, like I said, some people just like to date outside their race for different reasons, and they.
Anybody got time for that?
She said, "I married my husband because he didn't see color." Adrian said, "Ain't no shame in my game. Menda never putting me out there. I'm down to talk about it. Let's go."
Well, let's go, Adrian. We'll see if we can get you on screen and see if we can talk a little bit about it because it's nothing better than experience,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I never dated a white person.
Me neither. I never dated a Spanish. Spanish man.
Well, okay.
I have Spanish friends.
No, I dated
friends.
I dated one Hispanic man.
I've never.
For like 3 days.
Does that count?
Okay.
Does it
3
count?
days.
Does it count?
And I was waiting. Because when I was dating him, I was waiting. I was waiting for this dude to act up. I was like, this dude is going to act up. Why? Because he's Puerto Rican. And what happened? He acted up.
So what did he do?
He had a woman. I said,
he lied.
I was like, so do you have a woman? Oh, no.
But there's a lot of I
don't have a woman. So what happened was, I'm FBI. I'm FBI, honey. When you date me, I'm FBI.
Listen. So I will. So listen, I pulled up. I pulled up to his house because he was like, "Oh, I live here." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So I pulled up. Some girl answered the door, and I was like, "Hi, it's such and such here." And she was like, "Well, who are you?" And I said, "Who are you?" She was like, "I'm his girlfriend." I said, "Really?" I said, "I'm his coworker coming to return some stuff from work." You said you were a coworker? Yeah, I said, "I'm a coworker." Right. I'm a coworker. She was like, "Come in." I was like, "Yes, let me in, child. Let me in." So she let me in. I'm sitting on the couch, honey. He comes out the bedroom. His mouth dropped to the floor.
He passed out?
I was like, hi. I was like, oh my gosh, you forgot some stuff at work. And he was like, grab me. He was like, okay, no problem. But you don't have to come to my house for that. You don't have to come. I'll see you at work. Right? Right. And so I was like, nigga, you ain't got no job.
Fired.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you the boss.
Okay. So
let me see. Sheila said.
Long story short.
Sheila said.
No more Hispanic guys.
She said they don't see color, but at the same time, that hurts us because you have to see color. Because if you don't see color, you don't see the problem.
Correct. Do we do any role play?
Then
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Sheila, do you guys do role play?
Give me a mayonnaise sandwich.
Like, do you guys do? Like, I'm curious to know, Sheila. Like, do you guys do role play? Like, does he ever be like, you be the house slave and I'll be the master? Or, I mean, I'm just curious to know.
I don't know. I can't see him like that.
I'm just curious to know. You're not saying
hell, but I don't know. I can't see him. I
can see. I'm just curious to know.
I can see her. She said yes, they do role play.
See, I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you. That's right, Sheila. That's right.
I could see her. I could see her being the one that's.
I'm just.
Wait, you do role play like that?
I don't know.
She said, but nasty.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm not saying in a mean derogatory way, But I'm just saying, like, do you ever be like, yo, I'm the slave. Come catch me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the slave master. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like, does that happen? Like, I want to know. Like, do you get down low and dirty? Like, is that what happened? I just want to know. I'm just saying. Right? Does she jump on the bed and be like, I have a dream? Right? I mean, like, what? Like, what? I want to know. Like, what happens?
I will not be judged by my character.
I'm just saying.
Be judged by my color, my skin, but the character.
I just want to know. I mean, are you like Rosa Parks in the back of the bus? Bitch, I'm in the back of the bus. Driver. Like what? I want to know.
Come get me, officer.
I mean, give me the tea, somebody. Somebody give me the tea.
She was saying laugh out loud, but she's not telling us. We want to know.
I really want to know.
Oh,
I just want. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Let's be real with it.
Different way. Like,
you know what? Well, let me tell you something. There's something in your truth. There's always
when
something
I go
in your
over there,
truth.
now I'm gonna be like,
okay, like exactly. Does she sit on the couch and be like, and he be like, did I tell you, girl, to clean this house? And she be like, yes, I want to know.
Open the door.
Spread it. Okay, I'm just saying. Do you come in the house, rip off my clothes, and kind of beat me a little bit? I'm just asking these questions.
Yo, you know, it's funny. This stuff really did happen. We're thinking it did happen like this.
It's still happening. Like people still probably do it.
I just want to know. Listen, I hate
and
it.
the master, he is this. Oh,
oof. Well, I'm the master. He is the servant.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Sheila. Thank you for the tea, girl. I'm just saying, y'all better get into it, okay? This is what we need to be talking about, okay? This is the real stuff.
So that means they have a successful one.
Yeah, listen, listen, but please understand that I never said that in a interracial relationship.
You didn't say that.
But I just want to know how it works.
Yeah.
And can it, like you said, can it survive this racial divide that we currently are going through?
Right.
I mean, you gotta have a lot of love.
Well, not really.
I mean,
you can just block out the ignorance that's going on in the world.
Let's say me and you, right? We love, but the thing is, once families start getting to it, it's either what you gonna do, Romeo and Juliet. No, we gonna ride out.
No, but you can learn to block out. I mean, come on. Sometimes you know.
You know what I'm talking about though, like Romeo and Juliet. Right?
I'm not killing myself for nobody.
No, not the killing part. Where they left, they just left because it's like, you know what? It's gonna be me and you, baby.
You know,
because our family don't want us to be together. So I love you. Let's go.
Where? Where we going?
We're gonna raise our own family, do our own thing. But
sometimes you do have to shut people out to have us to be successful.
Yeah, that's in any.
But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, let's cut this vein open and let's just take. It is what it is. Listen, either you're gonna roll you're gonna roll with the punches, or you're gonna keep it moving. I'm not doing that.
Like you said before, you knew what you signed up for.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. I just want to know, if you get pulled over and he's driving and you in the passenger seat, and the police officer comes over to the driver's seat, does he go, "Oh, this is my prisoner"? I just want to know. These are things that I want to know. I'm taking it in. Like, I want to know these things.
I'm about to.
This is what I want to know. Like, I'm just saying, this is what I want to know.
That's Sheila.
Okay.
But what happened? But we had other people. Sheila.
Hey y'all.
Hey, Brittany.
You know, this is just things I want to know. You know, like, I mean, does that happen? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You open a whole different. Now my brain thinking.
She said, "Laugh out loud."
I'm seeing her. Different.
You know
who?
Yeah, I'm seeing them. I'm visioning play roles now. Like,
listen.
That's what I said. Now, when I go over there, I'm gonna look at them like.
So listen. Okay, so the producer, my husband, is a pastor. And I'm gonna put it up there. So when I first met him, I used to be like, "Yo, why don't you put on your collar and come baptize me?" You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, I'd be like, I act like I'm possessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, this is stuff that you gotta have fun with. I'm just saying, like,
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
Exactly.
Forgive me,
Lord. You gonna sprinkle this out? Come hit me with the oil. Okay, come hit me with the oil. Come hit me with your rod and thy side. Okay, what I'm saying? I'm just
She hit you with a script right there.
Okay, I'm just saying. Listen,
how was it?
Girl, we still married.
Hey.
Okay, all right. That's what black love in the house. How love? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
You and Sheila, boy.
You gotta have some fun with
it. Where's Adrian? He disappeared.
You gotta have some fun.
I think Sheila said bring on, right? Wasn't that? When
Sheila, you gonna come on and just tell us?
Just briefly, yeah, because we running over the hour, child. This is listen. It's so good. I'm hot.
Adrian, what happened? I thought Adrian was coming on.
No,
I'm super duper hot.
He said no.
I'm just
trying to
super duper hot.
Right, I just got hot all of a sudden.
Okay, girl, you gotta know.
She said, Sheila said, see, why you putting this stuff in this girl's head? She said, I'm dying. My husband is on his way to be a pastor.
Come on, girl. You better get that collar on. Like,
so you go through the
you
go through the exorcist thing?
Yes, girl.
So the bed be
girl, I levitate for you, Daddy. I'm just trying to tell you whatever we gotta do, baby.
Oh my God! So you looking like your body broke?
Girl,
Hey,
you better
look.
know. You better know. I'm just trying to tell
done with y'all.
I'm just saying.
She said, yeah, my husband a white nasty freak.
Come on, Mick Nasty. That's how we like him. Freak nasty. Okay. I'm
just
saying. I'm just saying. Okay.
So at the end.
Okay.
At the end, we say love, right?
Yeah, at the end.
Sheila, you coming on?
Because real talk, man. Real talk.
I sent her a request. I don't know if she.
Brittany has joined the chat.
What she said.
The bedroom is undefined.
Come on, Britt.
She said she hit you with the
okay.
Party.
Okay, all
Did
right.
she do that?
Okay. Maybe it's the drink. Maybe I have to. Maybe because I ain't eat that much.
She said, yeah, she's coming on.
You know?
That's funny. How do you spell that? It's okra.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta roll the tongue with it.
Yeah,
Not
Listen. He has a pest control business. Okay, I'll be like, "Ooh, I got some ants, but you come over and exterminate." Okay, all right. They fight in the night. Okay, they fight in the night. Come get them.
So I wonder if Sheila goes. They have a boat. I wonder when she on the boat. She be like, "Baby, you want to catch some of these crabs?"
What? If I had a boat, man.
Oh Lord.
Okay, if I had, I'd be like, Long John Silver, come on and get some. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you. You better know.
I'd be like,
you
stay right there. Stay right there. And then
see, Etienne. See, you're a photographer.
What you gonna do?
Nothing. You know the Titanic scene of go get staying right there.
But Etienne, you're a photographer. You should be like, you should be like, baby, I'm coming.
Bust it wide open.
Be butt naked. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Bust it wide open.
Believe it or not, we do photography, but my wife hates the camera.
I'm talking about like role playing, interracial role playing. Like I'm just saying role playing.
You talking about role playing, like you tell her to bust it wide open,
right? Like you know,
you're not gonna put him on the spot
because she might be watching.
Right?
Girl,
no disrespect.
Right?
Because then you're gonna go home and be like me when I was like. Don't be talking about the eggplant. Don't talk about the eggplant. That's so disrespectful to my integrity.
I love her.
Bitch, so. You in jail. What integrity?
He got this integrity. Let me out. Let me out.
But I understand though.
I'm just saying, you gotta have fun.
You gotta be secure though, man.
You gotta have
She
fun.
She said, real talk.
Come on,
as
Sheila.
a Hispanic woman, I thought that my husband could not dunk. You know what I mean? Dunk. I thought that it was gonna be like Tiny Bob, but Bam do surprise me. I'm just saying.
He was dipping the hole in the dope. What? He was dipping the coffee in the dope.
But she's trying to say he was swinging.
Drink's talking. Okay, she's drinking too.
Okay. I don't think the drink is talking, but I just say okay. Go ahead, Sheila.
Talk your shit.
That's the misconception we said earlier, right? They said all black had men hung well, right?
Right, but mine wasn't. I didn't say that was my problem. My problem was
you're not. I'm just saying like the whole stereotype. Oh, black men they
long. That's not true.
Asian guys are short, and come to find out when they did a real survey, it's like it's about everyone's about even. It's honestly it's jeans.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, neither.
I never had a small one.
I've seen those short dudes walk around like they 8 feet tall.
But they say some have curves and some. I mean, they say everything.
They come all different. They do come different. They got the curve. You know.
But they say the same thing about females. They say some females don't have walls.
Well, listen.
Right,
some of them got baloney. You know what I'm saying?
What's
some
baloney?
of them like
what's baloney? Flaps.
Yeah, and some of them
we are so totally off the subject of interracial relationships. I don't even know how I came this way. I just
we waiting on Sheila.
We waiting on Sheila, Adrian. Somebody come. Somebody call in and
I just want to say.
Look what you
that curve though.
That curve though. It hit the back of
to the left, to the left, to the right. Which way, Sheila? To the left or to the right?
That was Brittany.
To the left or to the right? Somebody tell me
which
way is it going? To the left or
to
the right?
Some of them go down.
Okay, I don't know about that. I don't want none of that. I don't want no Captain Hook.
Okay. where the icon.
I hear something ringing. Is this
What
it right
you hear
here?
ringing? Oh, don't cut us
Don't
off.
cut
No,
us
no,
off.
no, that's not it. That's not it. That the end is broadcast.
No.
Right?
Comment section, you don't see a camera.
No.
This right here. That's what is
right
this?
here. Hold on. Wait. What does it say?
Camera.
Private or chat right there.
Private chat.
Right there.
All right, click on that.
Let's see. Let's see if we could get her.
Nah, that looks like it's just a private chat
Get
itself.
her.
Like,
No, put it back here. There we go. Let's go. Oh, we trying.
Can you hit the invite?
Oh yeah, there we go. There you go.
Okay. Copy to clipboard. Right?
You have to copy.
Nah.
Copy
Invite
and
Send this link to your guest and they
Yeah.
want to but that's for them to share. No, we don't need
go to
that.
Messenger. Can you go to Messenger?
No,
Let's see.
It should be able to.
Temporary
The
network.
icon
No.
that you should be able to bring on.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll figure
Well,
it
we don't know how to do this
Screen
yet.
share maybe? No, that's screen
Nah.
share. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But Chaz is
Well, they could try to call in and see if we can answer. I don't know.
I don't know.
phone.
No.
It's okay.
I don't know. It's almost over.
They can leave a
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, we've been on here too long taking care of y'all. We don't win a whole nother way. But
But at the end of the day, what we came down to?
we boil down to
Love.
Yeah.
Love can surpass race.
Love and role play.
Or sex could surpass a lot of things.
Of course, you break that back to whatever, you forget all the colors.
DDT,
Right.
please. Thank you.
Because if the sex is good, sometimes it don't matter what color they are.
Facts.
At the end of the day, I say keep family out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, no matter if you're, I don't care what
She
race
said next
you
time
are.
on them. Yeah, we have to. Adrian said he can't call in. He's been trying.
At the end of the day, no matter what your race is, definitely keep your family and your friends out your business. Period.
Even if, let's say,
right, because sometimes you get involved, and then they're back together. And
right, you have one argument. You like, girl, I ain't never gonna be with his dad because he this nigga. And now she's looking at him crazy. Right. Now you back together 2 days later.
Right. But I just went through that. I went to help somebody.
Yep.
They called, I'm moving out. Yep. I helped her move out while he was at work.
Somebody
could have got
Tyson.
shot and all that. She just went and got a restraining order. Next thing I know, they back together. And it's like
she got Tyson, bro.
I say fuck both of y'all.
There you go.
So I cut both of them off.
There you go. Have a good day.
I don't deal with dude and I don't deal with you. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't ask me nothing. I should have minded my business, but you calling me crying, talking about
come save me.
Right, because there's some things that you just can't move past. Like I'm not. Put your hands on me is a done deal.
I don't care what color you are.
It's a done deal. It's no coming back from that. You put your hands on me, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't condone violence, but I will encourage it. If somebody put their hands on me,
you have to defend yourself. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You might whoop my ass at that moment,
but you gonna know that I'm there.
You gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, you gonna know that I was
when you wake up.
No, you might not wake up.
When you wake, I'm gonna make sure you wake up because when you wake up, it's gonna be a problem. I tell you, I will glue I will crazy glue somebody's eyelids shut.
What's that chick that cut that?
Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah.
I'm not cutting. I'm not.
So at the
do your own surgery on his ass.
But you know what? I will crazy glue you. Bitch, you ain't gonna see nobody.
But you know, but you know what? At the end of the
crazy glue your nuts to your leg. Now you put some alcohol on there and set that bitch on fire.
Now
like, bro. Right.
But you know,
go see who the fuck you gonna put your hands on this.
But you know, at the end of the day, right? So at the end, so at the end of the day,
you're gonna be Ray Charles, but you done
fuck me now. Y'all don't make me forget what I was gonna say.
At the end of the day, love.
No, I done totally
forgot.
Said,
yes, I have witnessed it. Right.
But I'm just saying, but at the end of the day,
he called the police.
I'm done. I don't have nothing else. So we about to end this show. We about to end it because we
talk about love,
child.
They don't want to see us go.
I know we be having too much fun.
Well, I swear to God.
But hold on, what the producer said? Hold on.
He found a way to get him on.
What?
Nope. But
Sheila. Or knock a dude out in the car. Hello, right through the window.
Yeah.
You better hope he's not driving. Like, open this. You better hope he's not driving though. You gotta be driving.
She knows I don't push the Port St. Lucie sheriff in the face.
No, I mean like you drive and he talking now. You knock him out. But if he driving, you knock him out. You both gonna die.
Listen, I done seen her. The window was like this much open, and the dude came to drop off a check for her. And I seen her put her hand through the window and punch him in the face while he trying to roll up the window.
Oh, she got a Mayweather jab.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Like the window was where his bitch in the car. And the chick just sat there like, hey.
What you gonna do?
I've seen that.
All right, go ahead.
Like I literally seen that.
Well, we sorry y'all that we kept y'all a little too long, but hopefully you enjoyed the conversation. Interracial relationships, all about love.
I know we didn't even get to the second part of how do you move past.
I know we didn't even move. Well, we're going to have to cover that
on Sunday.
On Sunday, on Sunday we're gonna cover how do you move past hurt.
And bring some people on.
Yeah, how do you move past
and
being
we're
hurt?
gonna figure out how to bring you guys on because there's some people that might want to talk about this.
Right. We're gonna talk about how you move past hurt from past relationships, from current relationships.
Interracial hurt too.
In a interracial relationship. So I think
it's not always about dating,
right?
You know what I mean? Sometimes
you can be married,
right? Not even that. Sometimes the hurt comes from family,
right?
How do you move past that hurt? How can you still move past being hurt? Right.
How do you move past being hurt by your family, your friends, your mother, your father, your husband, your brother, your sister, your
fuck boys,
sperm donor? You check them. But that's next episode.
But you can't.
He like this.
Tell them how you feel.
Like this.
How, like,
no.
why,
he like this.
Tell them why. You know,
but there's like this. Right. But there's some things that There's some things that happen to you that you can't move past. You know what I mean? There's some things that sometimes somebody goes through something that's traumatizing.
Trust.
You know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship and he steps out and has a kid on you, how do you move past that?
Right. Oh, trust. Yeah, we can talk about that.
How do you move past that?
So we're gonna talk about
family
this on
hurt
Sunday.
is the worst.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Sometimes you would be like, I didn't expect this person would do this to me.
Well, we're not gonna get into that.
No,
we've been a whole another hour. Okay.
No, we're going to. That's gonna be our topic on Sunday. Is how do you move past hurt, and that's in relationships, family, work, anything.
Why you look at me when you say that?
Did I look at her?
I felt like he was looking at me like that. Like, what was that?
No, I'm just saying work. You know.
So, everybody who's watching, please like us on Facebook, share us on Facebook, join us, YouTube, subscribe. I mean, help us reach 100,000 subscribers on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Spotify.
Listen to us on Spotify. We might be a little janky on Spotify right now because we just go live.
And make sure that y'all join us on Sunday when we
join us.
Make sure that you have.
Bring all your questions.
And your experiences. Because, you know what I mean? Everybody has gone through something different.
And then share it with your friends and family.
That is hurtful.
Because let me tell you something. This show, on Sunday, it's going to be for everybody. Your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sperm donor, your grandma, everybody.
The fuck boys.
We can talk about how he can heal.
Heal what?
We can help him heal.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to go lay down on his cot and heal. That's it.
Have a good day. Think about that.
All right. That's what
eggplant that's going to be in real life.
Okay. That's how that works.
Well, we're going to show him how to heal.
He going to heal.
We'll talk about it next show.
He got to get out.
Right. He still got a whole other 2 years. He better heal that soul before he come home.
Yeah. It's okay. Let's put the outro.
Period. Okay. So we're going to see you guys on Sunday. I am Menda Renee.
Your boy Etienne.
Wanda Li.
And this is Ratchet Tea.
That tea it is.
The tea be getting hot. Okay.
They're going to be like,
okay. I wish you had the outro. Let's see.
Let's do it together. Ratchet Tea. Ratchet. Come on, man, brother.
You really on this cheese bus for real, bro.
But we got no outro. We got
no outro.
So how we
see how janky we are?
All right, so
don't call it janky.
Okay.
Just feeling good today.
They still there.
Look, we don't even know where our outro is. Hold on, we're gonna see it again.
Shout out.
Do the call.
We're gonna do it one more time. Let's see. Look, he's scratching his head. Thinking about role playing tonight. I don't know.
No, we're not gonna do him like that.
You are blessed,
he was trying to. He was trying to figure out how to bring the people on. Don't do him like that.
Okay, can we? We not gonna get it?
We got it.
Oh, is that what it's playing?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We sorry, y'all.
They definitely gonna have a good time tonight.
Okay, so we're gonna do this one more time. You ready? You ready to do it for real?
I might not see them on the highway at all on the way home.
Oh yeah, pull up in the cut.
I don't know. She gonna be like, pull over.
Just right here.
Oh no! Well, let's go. We got to go.
Damn. Show the action. Show the work.
We gotta get the work. We gotta get.
It's show the work. You want some show the work? Get some of that show the work.
We done, right?
So we get out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were done. We were still on.
All right, y'all.